still at Freetown Park, and these are some of the new construction, and of course I'll give you guys a 360. So that is a new construction, I think that one, but I think also this one is also a new construction, but I think this one has been completed. But so this is exactly the atmosphere of the Freetown Park. As you guys can see, a lot of goods and services, a lot of raw fruits and vegetables are being sold at this particular side. As you guys can see, there are a lot of individual traders that are located at both sides, and just like I initially told you guys, there are a very lot of reasonable fruits and vegetables that you guys can buy at this particular. So just showing you guys some of the vendors and some of the traders that are located at this particular site. And like I initially stated, and I'll keep repeating it, as for reasonability, I think the various household cooking items and various fruits and vegetables that are sold at this particular site or at this particular market are sold at very reasonable prices. And you guys that will have the opportunity to be, or some of the guys that are residing at this particular area will testify to that, as some of the fruits and vegetables, the prices that they are being sold at this particular side, which is the Freetown Park, or the Freetown, or the Waterloo community, is very reasonable. So this is also another new construction. That one, and of course that other one. So we continue and we make progress for the Tombo Junction or Tombo Park, which is the destination or our set target for today's video. So as I told you guys earlier, we have reached to the dump site that I had wanted, or that I was telling you guys about. And this dump site, if I can say, is very comparable, if not larger than that at Bome, as you guys will tell from the video. But I'll just walk a few steps forward, and then after that I will try and show you guys exactly a glimpse or a picture of it, so you guys can see. So that is the dump site. As you guys can see, it is very huge, and I think the smoke that I was describing has subsided a bit, because when I was coming to do this particular vlog, this particular side was very cloudy, but I think it has reduced a bit. But we continue with the video, and as always, I think at this particular side, which is very close to the Tombo Park, which is the focus for today's vlog, as you guys can see, a lot of construction is happening or is going on. So as you guys can see, that is also another angle of the dump site that is located at this main that is located close to the Freetown Park at the Waterloo community. But we are still here, and hopefully we'll try and make progress, and then hopefully try and do a video of the Tombo market or the Tombo Park if time permits us. But we are still here, and hopefully this is exactly where I will stop the vlog for today, and hopefully we'll try and see if we'll be able to do the video of that of the Tombo Park or the Tombo community. But again, I'll pause here and then try and give you guys a 360 of some of the houses or some of the businesses that are located on both sides of the street, as you guys can see. So that is a new construction. This one also, but I think of course you guys know the downstairs is completed. As you guys can see, different shops and other enterprises are located. It's a very, very long building. As you guys can see, it started from there and it goes all the way down there. So this is exactly so. This is also another angle of the dump site that I showed you guys, and as you guys can see, the smoke is still coming from it and it is still hovering around this particular site or around this particular area. But we continue and hopefully try and end today's vlog, which we have finally reached the destination for today's vlog, which is that of the Tombo Junction, and hopefully I'll try and see if we'll be able to do an exploration of the Tombo market, which I think it goes, this is the Tombo Junction, and I think the park or the Tombo market, I think it goes all the way there, all the way to that side. But I'll try and cross and then give you guys a 360, and then after that I'll try and see if we'll be able to do the exploration of the Tombo park or the Tombo market. So this is exactly where I will stop today's video, and hopefully this is also again where I'll start the next vlog, which is that of the Tombo park or the Tombo market. As I told you guys, it goes all the way through that side. As you guys can see, it goes all the way, I think, right up. But I'll just give you guys a 360 of the entire area, and then we'll try and see if we'll continue with the video. So this is exactly the main Tombo Junction, and as you guys can see, of course, you guys can recognize this commercial vehicles, the Mercedes-Benz Sprinters, and of course they are taking passengers to the city center. So this is just a 360 of the entire area, and then possibly after that we'll try and do the exploration of the Tombo park or the Tombo market. So this is also a new construction, and it is a very, very huge one, as you guys can see, but it is not yet completed. But as always, the downstairs is operational. I think there is a bank and another enterprise that has already been operational at the ground floor. But this is where we'll start, or this is where we'll end today's vlog, and hopefully this is where we'll also start the vlog of the Tombo car park or the Tombo market. Welcome back. So we continue with the exploration. We continue with the exploration of the Tombo park. So this is the entrance, of course. I've showed you guys. This is the main junction. That is the new construction that I just showed you guys. But we continue with the video, and then I'll just try and show you guys exactly how crowded this other side. So as we started the video, you guys will see that most of the parks that I've described are located at the main road, but I think this main Tombo park is located at this other drive that is located at this main highway. So this is the main Tombo park, and as you guys can see, there is a very, very large market that is located at this Tombo community. So of course you guys can see there are a lot of enterprises, a lot of shops, a lot of businesses that are located at this particular side. But as always, we will not be able to walk on both sides, but of course I'll stand here and then just try and give you guys a 360 of exactly some of the enterprises that are located on both sides of this particular highway, or that are located at this particular park, which is the Tombo park, of course, as you guys can see. So that is the junction, or that is the entrance where we started the video. So these are some of the enterprises that are located on both sides, and I think there is a very, very large market towards my right hand side, as you guys can see, as there are a lot of individual vendors that are located at this main Tombo park. But we'll continue with the exploration and hopefully try and see how far we'll be able to go, and hopefully try and explore as much, or try to capture as much as we can of both sides of this particular market. But because I think this other side is more of exactly where the wet market is, and if I can describe both sides, I think the left hand side is where enterprises are, and I think the right hand side is exactly where the wet market is, but I think the wet market also extends to both the left and the right hand side, as you guys can see. But again, just to have a clear view of both sides, I'll just give you guys a 360 again of both sides of this particular park or this particular market, just to show you guys exactly some of the enterprises or some of the businesses and individual vendors that are located at this main Tombo park. As you guys can see, it is a very large market, and I think in terms of reasonability, this particular market will also be very reasonable, as it is not a very far distance to that of the Freetown Park and other parks that are located at this particular side, which is the Tombo community, which is very close to that of the Waterloo community. So as you guys can see, both sides are very crowded, but I'll try and walk on this side just so I'll be able to have an unbiased view of both sides of the street. So again, I'll pause it and then try and take you guys back and show you guys exactly where we started the video. So I'll stand here and then try and zoom in and show you guys. So that was the entrance where we started the video, as you guys can see exactly where that particular lorry or truck is coming from. But we continue with the video. And of course, as you guys can see, this side is where the wet market is, like I initially told you guys. But I think the wet market also extends to this other side. The wet market extends also to this other side, and so we continue. And of course, you guys can see the different enterprises and different vendors that are selling different items and different household cooking items and other items. But we are still here, and hopefully we will try and explore as much as we can. So I think there are two routes to this particular Tombo Park. I think one goes to this straight way, and I think there's also another way that goes through there, but we'll decide, or I'll try and see. We'll try and use this straight path, and then after that we'll revert and then try and come and explore this other side. But we are here and we continue. So of course, these vehicles that are parked, they usually take passengers to the city center, which is Bombay and Clinton, which is the destinations where they usually stop. But we are still here at the Tombo Park, or the Tombo community. So I think I am at the Benguema community, if I'm not mistaken. So that is the park, as you guys can see, and it is a very large park. I'll just try and see if I'll be able to do a 360 of that particular park, and then after that we will continue with the video and hopefully continue with the exploration of the other side. So I think there's also another market at this particular park, as you guys can. But I think the wet market that we saw at the entrance of the main highway, I think it continues right here, as you guys can see. It is a very crowded area, of course. You guys can tell. So still here, and I think there is a whole new side to this particular area where exactly I am, as this is the wet market that is located very close to the Tombo car park, or where the vehicles that are usually taking passengers to various destinations around the country where they are parked. So these are the vehicles that are parked, and this is the wet market. And of course, I was not expecting this, but I decided to do a vlog of this particular market, and hopefully we'll continue with the video. So I think it goes all the way there, and I think we'll try and circle it, and then after that we'll continue. So as you guys can see, there are a lot of products that are being sold, a lot of cooking items. So I just decided to show you guys exactly this particular side, and hopefully we'll do a 360 or round, and then we'll revert back and continue with the vlog. I think we started at Benguema before we reverted and entered this particular park, but this is exactly the atmosphere at this particular Tombo market. And I think this is a wet market, as you guys will definitely tell, because you guys can see most of the vendors here are sitting outside, except for the very few shades that is, or the very few shades that they are using. But hopefully this is exactly where we'll stop, and then I'll just try and zigzag or crisscross around, and then we'll continue where we started. And I think we started at the Benguema community, and I think the entrance to the Benguema community. So as you guys can see, these are some of the vehicles that are parked, and these vehicles are usually taking passengers to the provinces. Still here and continuing with the vlog, and I think we have left the Tombo Park behind and we have entered into the Benguema community, but still here as we continue with the exploration of the Tombo Park. But we have left the Tombo Park or the Tombo Market we have left it behind, and I think we are presently at the Tombo Highway or near the Benguema community, or because I can't tell the clear demarcation between the park and that of the Benguema community, but we are still here at this main Tombo road. So as you guys can see, the various vendors and different markets, they extend up to this point, and of course that is a service station, as you guys can see. So I think there's a view of some of the houses that are located at this particular highway. I think that is the Benguema community, if I'm not mistaken. This is also another angle, and I just decided to show it to you guys. So this other side is the Tombo Park or the Tombo Market. These are some of the houses that are located inside the Tombo Park that we will not have been able to film if not for this view that is located at this particular area where I am standing. So I'll just give you guys a 360 of some of the houses that are located. So this other side, I think it's called Market Square, and there's a whole other community that is located at this particular side, but this is it, and I just decided to give you guys a glimpse of this particular side before we continue with the video. So as you guys can see, there is a very large vegetation that is located down that side, and hopefully after this we'll continue with the exploration of this main Tombo Park highway. So of course here exactly where I'm standing is a service station, and it belongs to Leonco, one of the petroleum companies in the country, and I had to ask them for permission for me to shoot this particular location. So still here, and this is exactly where I've reached, and I just decided to show you guys a 360 or give you guys a 360 of exactly this particular site that I've reached and during the video. So that is the entrance, and this is exactly where I've reached. As you guys can see, there are a lot of individual enterprises, individual traders and individual vendors that are located at this particular main highway, but this is exactly where we will stop and continue, as I'm trying as best as I can in capturing exactly both sides of the road as best or as clear as possible, and hopefully we'll see how far this particular road ends, and then after that we'll continue with the exploration of that other intersection towards my left that we did not film, and we decided to film this particular one, and we continue, and still here at this main Tombo highway that is located at the Waterloo community. So I think this particular way is paved all throughout. I don't know exactly how far the pavement stops, but I'm exploring this main Tombo highway, or this main Tombo road, and this is exactly the atmosphere at this particular main Tombo highway, and hopefully we'll see how far we'll be able to go with the exploration. And of course, as you guys know, we've already done an exploration of the car park and the wet market that is located very close to the car park, and hopefully this is exactly where we are. So I think this particular side there is a cemetery, I think a cemetery that is located at this main Tombo highway, and I'll just try and pause and show you guys exactly. So this is exactly where it is. I think it starts all the way from there, if I'm not mistaken, from there, as you guys can see, and it goes all the way down to that particular fence, as you guys can see. So all the sides, I think inside is exactly where the cemetery is, as you guys can tell from some of the gravestones that you can see from outside, and it is fenced, I think, all around, but I think that other side, the fence is more higher than this particular side. But because I'm at this particular side, you can see some of the graves and some of the gravestones that are located at the cemetery. But we will continue with the video and hopefully try and push as far as we can in exploring this main Tombo highway, and hopefully after this, I think my next video will be the continuation of where I stopped the last time in exploring this main Freetown Waterloo highway, or where I stopped in exploring that main Freetown Waterloo highway. So this is York Road, and it is located at this main Tombo highway. So we continue, and as you guys know, I had to pause the video because of fear of a copyright violation. And of course I showed you guys another intersection that is located at this main highway. It's called York Road, and I think it's a way or a road that leads to I think the York community, which is also another community that is located around the main Juekoso Town highway, if I'm not mistaken. But we are still here at this main Tombo highway, and I think we are at, so we continue, and still here in the exploration, and I think we are at Benguema community that is located at this main Tombo highway. But I think we've left the Tombo community behind, and I think we are presently at the Benguema community, which is also another community that is located at the Waterloo community. And I think this particular way is called Waterloo Street, Benguema. So this is exactly how it is. It is Benguema, and just to be specific, Waterloo Street, and I am still here just trying to show you guys exactly how this particular side has changed. So I think this is the main highway, and I think this highway leads to various communities that are located within the Benguema community, which is also another community that is located at Waterloo, and we are still here. So as for the road, as you guys can see, the road is tarred or paved all the way, but we'll try as we go along and see if it continues, because this is my very first time in exploring or coming as far as this particular side. Because as you guys can see, I think most of the inhabitants here, I think their form of transportation, except those that have private cars, as you guys can see, there are a lot of bikes that are located or that are running this main road, and I think they usually take passengers from the main Tombo Junction, then try and take them to various communities or areas around this Tombo Benguema community. So we are still here, and of course this side, as you guys can see, it is still developing. As you guys can see, it's the main highway, and of course you can definitely tell that most of the lands that are located at this main highway, I think they belong to individuals, as you can definitely see some of the demarcations and individual shops or signs that show exactly how that particular area or side is. And of course I think this is a proposed service station, if I'm not mistaken, because you can see it there. And also this is also another one. This is also another one. So this is Wilson Drive. It is also another drive that is located at this main Benguema. But just as you guys will tell by now, that at each and every one of these communities or one of these areas, there are individual drives, individual lanes, and individual streets that are located at this main highway. But we are still here, and hopefully we'll try and make progress into the video. So of course that is Mimi Drive, which is also another drive located at this particular community. This is MJ Drive, Grassfield, which is also another community that is located. And I think as for development, this community is expanding, because you will definitely see that the roads are paved, and as always the signs or the signal that usually tells individual that this particular area is a developing or a very up and coming area is of course when a major highway that leads to that particular community is paved or is somewhat developed. But we can see from this particular side that this is exactly the case here. So this is Tourist Street. I think it goes all the way down there. Of course you guys can see there are houses and a whole lot of communities, or a whole lot of houses at that particular side. And we are still here, and continuing with the video. And of course I hope you guys are seeing or capturing a glimpse of both sides of the street. But again, I'll stand here and then try and take you guys back so you guys can see exactly some of the enterprises. So that is the way that we are walked, and we are still here continuing the exploration of this particular main Tombo highway, as we have left the Tombo Park and the market way behind, and we are presently at the Benguema community. But I'll just give you guys a 360. So I think this is an aluminium shop. As you guys are hearing the machine cutting the aluminium into different shapes and sizes for windows and other household equipment. But we are still here, and as for new construction, there is a sizable one there's a sizable one of new construction, or there are a sizable number of new construction projects that are being put up at this particular main highway. Of course, you guys can see that one, but we are still here, and that is a communications tower, as you guys can see. But we are still here, and hopefully we'll make progress and try and see how far we'll be able to take today's video in exploring this main Tombo highway / Benguema, because we have left the Tombo park and that of the Tombo community way behind, and hopefully we will continue and make progress. So I think this is the school. I think it's called the Chesterton Academy of Sierra Leone, Castle School of Science and Technology. So I think this is their building, as you guys can see. And of course there are enterprises that are located downstairs. So this is Mission Street. It goes all the way down there, and we are still here as we continue. So if I can say, the aim of this video basically will to try and see how far we'll be able to take this video, or how far we'll be able to continue in exploring this particular main Benguema / Tombo highway, as we have definitely left the Tombo community behind us and still at Liverpool Street, that is located at this main Benguema community, and still here. So that is also another new construction, as you guys can see. Still here and continuing with the video, and hopefully try and push as far as I can, because this is a new location for me, and this is definitely my very first time in exploring this particular community, and I'll try my best in trying to capture both sides of the street, or both sides of the road, as much as I can. So still here. So this is the St. Matthew's Church, Benguema, and we are still here continuing and making progress. So again, I'll just stop here and then try and revert you guys back, or take you guys back and show you the distance we have covered, and some of the houses or the buildings that we have missed, or the enterprises that we have missed. So that is exactly where we came from, and this is exactly where we are. But we continue with the video, and hopefully try as much as we can in pushing and making progress in exploring this main Tombo / Benguema highway, as we've left the Tombo community behind and presently at the Benguema community. So this is Finad Drive, which goes all the way there, and still continuing. So that is Finad Drive, still here. So you can definitely tell that there are a lot of communities, or a lot of a very large community at the Benguema community, because you can see since we started the video, this particular road is a very busy and a very bustling one. But as we go along, we will see exactly how far or to what extent this particular side has developed over the years. So of course that is also another new construction, and if I can say, this one is also another new construction, as you guys can see. But we continue with the video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, share to as many of the content as possible, and then hopefully help me grow the channel, as we have a lot of destinations to shoot, a lot of locations, and of course a lot of videos coming up. But we'll take it a video at a time, and then hopefully continue growing the channel and hopefully explore more areas around the country, which has definitely developed over the years. And of course, I know some of you guys have left back home for a very long time, and you guys will be definitely surprised to see how exactly this particular area has developed over the years, because I think the majority of you guys, the time that you left home, this particular area that I am doing a vlog of, this particular development and some of the houses and enterprises that are presently being constructed or being opened were not here. But as you guys can see, that is not the case, as there is a lot of development. So that is also another new construction, that also. And of course, this is a board shop, as you guys can see, but this is also another new construction. But I'll be expecting a lot of new construction at this main highway, because of course, just like other areas, there is a lot of activity that is normally happening, or a lot of businesses that are usually located at certain main locations or at certain main roads, at certain destinations around the country. But we continue and we make progress. So this is also another one, another new construction. As you guys can see, the enterprises as we go along. And this is also another nice house, which I think is recently constructed, because you can definitely tell from its design and some of the tiles on it. And we are here and we continue and hopefully try as much as we can in exploring this. So as always, I'll just stand here and then try to revert you guys back, or teach you guys back exactly the distance we have covered. So this is exactly where we are, and these are just some of the buildings that are located on both sides of the street. So I think this particular side sells sticks that are usually used in construction. But we are coming to the end of today's video, and hopefully this will just try and walk through that new construction over there, and then that is exactly where we will end today's video. And hopefully we'll find another location, or I'll find another location for us to explore, and hopefully try and take you guys along with me, as I want to once again thank you guys very much for coming along with me. Though it was a very lengthy video, I hope you guys liked it, and hopefully you guys keep supporting the channel and keep subscribing and sharing the videos to as many of your contacts as possible. So we'll just walk a few meters from here, and then hopefully this is exactly where we will end today's video. So of course, that is the new construction. If I can show you guys, that is a new construction, and a very huge one at that. So this is exactly where I'll end today's video, and I'll just give you guys a 360 of the entire area, and then hopefully try and catch you guys again at the next one. So thank you guys once again for coming along with me, and until I catch you